I apologize in advance, Kaylee. Um, this is half going to work. So as you can see, this is the main screen. I'll show you what I have so far. I'm just making the kind of main game at the moment. There's not many visual aspects, like great things. But as you can see, there's the Earth. It's really low frame rate at the moment, hence why you can't really see it's moving, which will be a thing to fix. So you'd commence voyage, and this is the loading screen for the city that has to be loaded. On my PC it takes about 80 to 90 seconds to load the city, so it's quite a long time, but you know, I'll switch it over to this. I don't really remember the controls, but we'll do our best, which is kind of bad. But I'll just show you a bunch of random stuff that you can do in the game, and hopefully where your voice is going to be as well. And it has spawned us in the wrong location. Okay, let's try and go back. Alright, so if we go to player start, and it's fine. Whoops. Player start. Make sure it's 0. Save. Right, let's try again. Okay, still wrong location. Whatever. So I'll test out the warp. So this is the warp. Hopefully it should work. If it doesn't, then oh no. This is what it looks like. Ignore the crash sounds. That's just to show that that's where you'd say something. That's where your dialogue would come in. Here's the space station. It's half invisible at the moment because after warp it disappears, but I haven't fully done that. So this is when you warp to Earth at the end of the game, which you can see in the script. Let's just see if I can get that back up, because I want to show you this inside of the space station as well. There you go. Space station is back there. As you can see, Earth is tiny. Right, so let's speed up. That's not actually what you can do in the game. I've just enabled that so I can get to places faster. But I'll show you weapons as well. There's not very many weapons. There's one weapon. How do I change camera angle? There we go. I forgot what button weapons are. Kind of. There we go. Shoot weapons. Right. So there'll be things that are destructible, like this. This box. Oops, slow down. You can shoot it, and it'll that'll be like the doors. So if you look in the script, there'll be the doors that are destructible, and you'd have to destroy it. You can't fire your weapons forever. Ignore the ship exploding. So there's a timer. As you can see, that's like a force field there that I was testing out. Oh, and the frame rate's come back because the city would be loaded. So I'll show you what you do. So you go through the space station. You go through some blast doors. Slow the player down. So you go through some blast doors. Here's like the entrance, where you have to go through like a security gate. This is where, if I come down here, man, I don't know the buttons. Okay. Nor do I know why it's gone dark. Anyway, so here's the door that you'd explode, and then you go down the space elevator. Again, you can see it in the thing, Bob. So you go down the space elevator, and it boosts you up That's remnants of the ship that just exploded. And then you come to the city, and then you can fly up, and there's the city, and then you can go into the city. Let's slow down. Back to the thing. Go into the city, and this is where you have to find parts like the fuel and the warp drive components. So this is randomly generated, hence why you can see that there's some smaller blocks which will be buildings. I'm modeling the buildings, and bigger ones like taller ones. Right, I actually don't know the controls. I haven't played this in so long. Right, so there's a way to get right, let's show you a different feature, like the scanning. So this is the scanning. This is the area scan that you scan things, and if I can program it in time, it will show you where like important areas of interest are. That is also in the script. Pretty much everything I'm showing you is in the script. What does this button do? Okay, so that's the command console. You can select things to do, like help, and if I do confirm command, this is where you'd say something relevant, like buildings are buildings, and then you could do like flight controls, and then you'd go through and you'd say the flight controls. Repair, so you can repair your ship like that, and then again ignore the crashing. Then the ship shields will go away. At the moment you can see that off to the side, right, so you can also toggle your head. Okay, apparently I haven't, okay, that's not working, but you can look around in your cockpit basically. I just don't have it set up right now, but as you can see in the bottom left it says roll, which is it shows you like what you're doing. So if you're rolling or pitching or using yaw, it tells you your speed, etc. You can see little dust particles flying through there. Yeah, so that would be actually in the center of the screen, but I'll show you in a second I'll show you the why that's off center. How do I switch to the Pago? Pago not available. Okay, so I need to detach it. Okay, here's the Pago. It's a tiny little ship. Oh, the head movement is working. There you go, head movement. So there's the Atlassian down there, and I'm the Pago right now. A tiny little ship. I'll get a better view. So there's the broken ass Atlassian that is disappearing. There you go. You can see it's broken. There's the chair, the space chair. But if I switch the ship again, then you can become the Atlassian and have a look at the little Pago. And you can rewire it so it attaches to the Atlassian again. I'll show you what I've been doing with the... Oh, and you can scan... Oops, accidentally shot. You can scan things. So you can go up to it and scan it by firing that little laser. And it will tell you some information about it. And I'll quickly go up to there. Alright. Reduce my speed. Oops. It's quite difficult to control using a keyboard and a controller right now. Don't worry, it will be fixed. Oh, and you can see us testing out some shader things, because there's going to be like hologram stuff. And because it's going really difficult to control. Alright, here we go. So I think it's R. Yeah, it's R. Oop. Would help if I don't hit into things. So if I go up to this box here and I scan it by pressing R, a little thing, not that box, this box, a little thing appears above it. There you go. It spins around, tells you information about it. It says, whoa, mass, 1 kg, element atomic number. That isn't correctly sized on it at the moment, but I'll change that. And then if I scan this cone, if I can scan the cone, there we go. It says, okay, says my hull integrity is at 0. It recommends that I repair it. Cool. So it says the cone is blah blah blah, and it has a mass of blah blah blah. If I get too close to things as well, it shows me a collision warning to certain things, that is. But it's hard to see because I'm using a white thingy bob. But this is where you would you'd activate the command console with its crash, and the ship returns to kind of like a neutral position whenever you go into the command console, and you can't use the ship. That's the AI that does that. What the hell? The command console is not working. But you'd click repair, and then you click confirm command, and it will repair your ship. So let's get rid of this player start and remake this. So I have a lot of work to do. I was making the introduction stuff, animations. So if I go to welcome visor, this is the animation for your visor HUD when it comes up on screen. I don't think there's any audio at the moment for this. So this is what it looks like when it begins. And it says initializing, testing AI something. Okay, cool. And let's go to the other animation. What was it? That's in UI. Okay, so this is the UI. So it says collision imminent. That's where it warns you of the collision. There you have like a rear camera, and you have like a view of your ship, the hull integrity, velocity, etc. That's just off the screen at the moment because I was making this beforehand. So here's where here's the the introduction thing. So this one does have audio. Is there anything here? Yeah, there is. Okay. So this is what it looks like in your cockpit. This is the main UI.
Welcome aboard the ETB Atlassian. Origin, Earth, Titan class. It seems your suit doesn't contain any relevant data of your identity. Please confirm this information now.
So there you have the thing, and then you enter your name, and then there's the other, the one I was just working on. That this is where you'd say. Oh right, okay. So this one is where you'd say something. So what's going to happen is, I'd want you to record in the script. I'd want you to record the ship diagnostic thing as well, or thank you, the ship diagnostic thing, or maybe just the last line of it, and I'll highlight what I mean in a text message or something, and then I'm gonna cut them together so it has my voice, the male AI, and the female AI kind of intertwining, so one cuts out and one cuts in, so it sounds like it's a faulty system, and then it just switches to your voice for the rest of the game. And you'll see what I mean when I show you this now. If I play this.
Searching ETV database for confirmation. Given your supplied name and DNA analysis, identity confirmed. Welcome, Commander. Initializing Atlassian diagnostic scan. Flight control. Optimal. Fuel. Critically low. Warp drive. Faulty. Shields. Faulty. Omniscan. Optimal. Reader. Optimal. Omnilights. Optimal. External ship cameras. Optimal. Pegawake. Optimal. Weapon systems. Optimal. Command console. Optimal. Rear view mirror. Incorrectly positioned. Commander, the male speech module seems to be impaired. Switching to a female module.
And then that's where you'd come in, and you take over, and you'd say the next line in the script, which is something like, "Hello, my name is Vox," or something. Totally stole your name, part of your name, because it sounds really cool. So yeah, there's kind of not everything. That's everything that sort of half works. If I put that back up there, so it's everything that half works. As you can see, it's a cluster truck of stuff. You got to see the city. You can see some like some shader stuff that I was doing. So kind of like a terrible hologram that's going to change. That's what the kind of bullets look like. It's kind of like a black hole with like a red hole kind of thing. Oh, there's warp. I showed you warp, but I mean there's enemy warp. So yeah, that's kind of working. That's fuel. I'm gonna model fuel, but that's what it looks like, and you can pick it up and whatnot. Enemy warp just looks like a black hole opening, and then ships come through. But I have a lot of work to do. If you can record as much audio as possible, would be great, and then I can just put it all in, just whack it all in the game. Yeah, I have, how long do I have? I have, well, it's like April now, and I have to give it in on 19th. So I have like 3 weeks? I have 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks, really. I think 2 weeks to model buildings, UV map buildings, texture buildings, make shaders, make all of the, like program all of the game, pretty much. Edit all the audio and put in all the audio. Make it so that little bugginess doesn't come through, like the command console not having anything in it for some reason. These are like story triggers. So as you can see, when you go into these story triggers, it says your lines, and then I've made it so that I can just select your audio. So when I get your audio, I can just select it, and then it should it should play fine. And I was going to have a thing where you can respond to the AI, but given that I have 2 weeks, I don't really think I can do that. Don't want to pile too much on. So hopefully that has kind of just showed you what is going on, and hopefully that's helpful. See ya.